Sorry, everyone, that took 6 minutes, not 5. Far away.
Yeah, thank you, Your Worship. And so our apologies that slide had gone down and we're not sure into the public excluded part. So there was no, that's public information, so we've got no problem. And I'll ask Russell to speak to it in a moment. But look, just to go back to the summary of guidance, a correction, because we've had it pointed out with the Aldhurst Memorial Hall. It says there, no additional funding, option to gift land. It should say option to lease land and gift the building. So I think just in terms of being quite particular, the option is on gifting the building and leasing the land. So we want to clarify that, and we'll make sure that is correct when the final report comes through. And that was what was consulted on, so my apologies for that error.
So have you got a question on that, Aaron?
On that, won't that affect how they get funding and stuff for it? Because if they, as a community group, own the land, which a community group's just part of the city, let's be honest, if they own the land and the building, then they have an asset that they can essentially take to a bank if they want to. So don't we hamstring them by leasing the land only?
Our advice, our legal advice is that you would need to consult before we gifted them the land.
To a community group in our own community. As long as the structure of the community group meant that if it ever folded, it goes back to the council, then aren't we covered?
Sorry, through the chair, the Aldhurst Hall is a significant asset. So as a result, we would need to consult or have special consultative procedure in relation to the actual gifting of the land also. Because we only went out and consulted on it being leased and the building being gifted.
Right. Interesting term, calling it a significant asset because the council were happy to bulldoze it. But
You're rightio.
The land, I think it's the land.
The land.
well, it's only
The building is.
it's a bit over 1,000 square metres.
That's what you're suggesting, Pete? So that's where we change it, just for clarity.
For clarity, just for that. So, look, if there are particular questions arising on that, we can respond to those. But we thought it was important to correct the record and make sure everybody was that was done. So, thank you for that. So, look, this.
No. Now you open a can of worms. You see, we got Andre, Mark, and Tyler.
Oh, right.
No, you're good, Mark.
Yeah, I'll just remind everyone of the origins of that land. It was actually gifted by the community to the council way back. So,
Tyler.
Just for clarity's purpose, the community group itself do realise and they do know that it's the gifting of the building and not the land, correct? They're acknowledging that?
I'm not sure.
Sorry, John.
To absolutely confirm that, I can make a quick call and get back to this meeting.
Okay, thank you.
That's great. Thanks.
Good. You've remembered.
Yeah, well, is this the same sort of model as the old Halswell Library?
I'd have to, through you, Your Worship, I'd have to go and check.
Cool.
I don't know that model. So,
Go and talk to John when he comes
Yeah,
back.
cool. Just and if it sounds a situation like they're not physically allowed to apply for funding for things related to the building, so yeah, just check if it's the same sort of model. So
Okay, Aaron.
Yeah, I'm happy with whichever way we go ahead, but I think it'll be good if we could keep an open mind around whether we either sell the land back to the community because it was gifted by the community to the council, so just undoing that. But as long as the thing is, if the thing folds, it comes back to council. Beyond that,
We're going to do some further work around the assessment of the land, whether it's significant or not. So we'll come back with some further
that'd be
advice.
good. So we'll have some info. Thank you heaps.
the consultation document clearly states leasing for $1 a year. So,
No, the building's fine. The building we consulted on, and it's certainly been transferred. It's the land that we're going to come back.
Okay.
Oh yes, that's given to us. Whether we gift it to them or just lease it.
Here we are.
Yeah, we'll come back.
We're talking for ages about something that we're giving away. Okay, next carry on.
Yeah, look, thank you. So we had the question about what was the prior 2 years funding to see. So on the events, for the events. So Russell, do you want to go through that?
Yeah, sure. Thanks very much, Bede. Through you, Mr. Mayor. So, so this is the slide, unfortunately, that was missing before. And so what we've done is we've put in the prior 2 years and the following 4 or 5 years. So you can see halfway down in the year 23-24, you'll see the injection of the $1.94 million the events ecosystem funding, and then that wasn't there for the next 3 years. So this is as per the draft that had gone out, and then it was kicking in from year 4. So it's so that's an updated position on a bit of the history and going forward.
But it is a very, very good slide, which gives a lot of clarity to everyone on how much money the council dishes out, for want of a better word, towards events funding for the city. It's, as I say, some pots are low, some pots are high, but they're here we are, got average 15 million a year. So carry on. That's good. That's good. Good slide.
That's correct. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And so just.
Sam's going to bring back. Yep.
So just brilliant. So so following through, the question was put to the team as relation to how the baseline funding was split for events, and fortunately haven't come back with the detail yet, but we'll keep pushing in to try and get that through. Okay. There's also so just looking at the funding that's been put into the numbers already. 1.2 for year 1, 2.1 for year 2, and 2.7 for year 3. And as you saw in the previous slide, year 4 kicks in as
we need the
yeah. And so just on this, just on the split down the bottom there. So what we're looking to put in is the funding for the next 3 years, and staff advice will come back on the reallocation of the funds to the different, how that's going to be done. That'll be a position coming back to council. So yeah, not necessarily as it is there.
There you go.
I'm happy to take any questions, Mr. Mayor.
Tim?
Has this been raised with the different groups? So you've got 3 organisations there, so VOs, the CNZ and the council itself. So
just to clarify, that was an early suggestion. That's what we're going to come back with. So if the funding goes into the plan, how that fund is allocated will then be determined.
Tim, I put that idea up because I didn't want one group cannibalising it off the other.
I'm just double checking that will go back. There will be some feedback from those organisations.
So that's what Russell was saying. Yep.
Pauline?
In or out of your 12.14 number that you gave us before?
Yeah, thank you. It's in the numbers I said earlier.
It's in.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Maybe if you just remind us at the end of every slide if it's in or.
Okay, righto. Well, we're pretty much at the end.
Ask the great question again.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yep.
The last item.
Well, so that. Oh, sorry. Were there further questions?
No, you're right. No, he's just waving his pen.
Brief thought was, so we apologise. That is the end of the public session, and we would like to go into PX because we now have some financially sensitive information to share.
Thank you very much. Very clear. Thank you.
Wait.